Alright you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 19 free update content. Today we have even more items to showcase that aren't necessarily out. The reason why I have all of these unlocked is because of the Xenoverse 2 save editor over on the PC variation of the game. Now, since we don't necessarily have these items at the moment, we do have to wait until the game keeps on updating because some of these items are locked behind upcoming raid quests that we don't necessarily know about, or even the upcoming 4th Festival of Universes. And I did do a similar video to this a while ago, about a couple days ago, but those items were in regards to the Time Patrol Metal Shop, right? Because they dropped the full schedule. So some of the items that we get to purchase through the Metal Shop would be the Battle Damage Frieza Saga Vegeta outfits, the Gamble Super Soul, right? We just have even more items to showcase for today that's not necessarily part of the Metal Shop, but we unlock through other, events like the Festival of Universes or raid quests like I just said. So the first couple items that we have here are going to be custom cast character outfits. So again, this is the Angles clothes, which we can purchase through the Temperature Metal Shop right now. And the Santa costume, this is actually available through the Festival Star Shop, right? The Festival Universes. So you can purchase this variant right now as well. Kakunsa's clothes and Rosie's clothes. Don't necessarily know how to unlock these just yet. I'm assuming, they're either locked behind an upcoming raid quest or even a reward through the 4th Festival Universes, but just know that we will unlock Kakunsa's and Rosie's custom variant outfits here soon. Now, the next couple of items, we have 2 additional Super Souls. So we have 5 total from the entire DLC Pack 19 paid and free update. Here I go, and damn it all, right? These 2 are under the paid content. We unlock them through the parallel quests. Super Saiyan 4 Dama Goku Super Soul and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta's Dama Super Soul, right? Old stuff. This one right here, now you're upping the ante. This is going to be the Gamble Super Soul that already broke down. We get to unlock this through the Time Patrol Metal Shop, and it won't be available until a couple more weeks, maybe around 4 or 5 more weeks. Just go back and watch the video. We have the correct schedule, the timing, and all that stuff. But for the other 2 Super Souls, we have Poltarat, Dodorisi, Paparuto, Paparo. This is going to be Nava's Super Soul, the Old Man Mekian from Dragon Ball Daima. When the battle begins, and a short time after the battle begins, temporarily boosts damage of all enemy attacks by a medium amount, which is 10%, and temporarily activates stamina drain for all enemies. So, I don't think it's necessarily the greatest Super Soul just because the opponents will get a 10% increase, but at the same time, their stamina drain will also deplete very fast. The limit burst is going to be attack up, key auto recovery, and stamina recovery speed down. So maybe this is a good Super Soul for a 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3 battle. It's a 5-star, but I don't necessarily think it's that good. And again, don't necessarily know how to unlock this one just yet. Could it be part of the Festival Universes because they do hand out a couple Super Souls through there, or maybe behind an upcoming raid quest. Same thing with this one right here. What good is a new power if I don't try it out? Now, this one seems very, very powerful. It's going to be King Goma's Super Soul. Once only, when using a super attack, temporarily boosts strength of all attacks by 1.5 times. Now, it's not an increase by a percentage, right? So going back to this, how all the other Super Souls, they always give you a small, medium, large, or XL, or even double XL power boost, like this one right here, temporarily boost strength of all attacks by XL, which is 20%. Yeah, this one will be increasing your strength by a 1.5 times amount. So what is that? Let's say, for example, your super attack does 3,000 damage, just for an example. So that means when you use that super attack, this Super Soul will active, and I believe it will increase that normal 3,000 damage up to 4,500 total damage, right? Because you get a 1.5 times amount. So it basically increases the original amount by half, if I'm reading this correctly, right? Which is pretty dang insane. Because not only you get one for using a super attack, but once only when using an ultimate attack, temporarily boosts strength of all attacks by 1.5. So you have the same exact 1.5 power increase for ultimates. And that is just pretty dang crazy. There's already one-shot ultimates out there like Golden Frieza's Death Beam, Majin Vegeta's Final Explosion, and the new Super Saiyan 3 Daima Final Flash. Extremely overpowered, so you use your crazy boost up builds with this Super Soul at 1.5 times increase. Yeah, it just will completely melt the opponent's health bar, right? So this one is pretty dang good if you ask me. Again, don't know how to unlock it at the time of recording this video. I guess we'll go ahead and showcase a little bit of that in this video as well. But for the last couple items that we have here to showcase, nothing too fancy. We have 3 additional auras. So the first one you can unlock with Super Time Patrol medals, the Super Saiyan 3 Daima pack, right? Or aura. So this one will cost you 1,500. You can purchase this right now. Pretty dang cool. It just reminds me of Super Saiyan Rage because of the hints of blue. So if there is a Super Saiyan Rage Trunks wig, which I don't think we have one, you know, we could potentially create the lobby builds, right? Because these are exclusive to the lobby, the auras. So that one's pretty nice. We have the electricity effect and the gold aura as well. Now, the second aura we can actually unlock right now through the Festival of Universes lobby. It will cost you the festival currency, the star coins, right? I think it will cost you around 700 coins. And check that out. Woo! Yeah, just full power Jiren's aura. I like it though, just because our character emits this very powerful glow, right? It's not just the aura itself, but we have the red emitting from the character model. That's pretty nice. We can potentially create the Ultra Ego lobby builds. Now, the final aura is going to be the Ultra Instincts. And I'm assuming they're going to be handing this out through the actual Festival Universes event, because it's not in the Star Coin Shop like how the Full Power Jiren Aura is, and it's not in the Super Time Patrol Metal Shop like how the Super Saiyan 3 Diamond Aura is, right? So this one you might have to climb up the ranks, accumulate a certain amount of glory points. I believe with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Aura, you had to be like top 100, top 50, something crazy like that. And then for the third event, the one that just ended, I think UI Sign, they handed that out through the reward system. So yeah, Ultra Instinct, they very well could be distributing this out through like the top 500 players or something like that. Something absurd where you have to just climb up the leaderboards. But yeah, pretty dang cool. Now let's go over to the training system, because I want to see if it actually increases the super attack and ultimate attack damage by an additional half. Going to be displaying the new Super Soul with the DLC 19 attacks, specifically Force Edge for the Super and Final Flash for the Ultimate Showcase. So do keep in mind, the Super Soul will only activate once when you use the Super Attack and Ultimate Attack for the very first time, and the attack damage will be increased by 1.5 times amounts, which is technically 50%, right? So this is the attack damage of Force Edge with the Super Soul. Boom, 4,894. You can see it just activated right there. What good is a new power if I don't use it? It doesn't necessarily last for long, so you can't necessarily attack the opponent with that 1.5 times increase. It only lasts for like 2 seconds after you use the super. So it's basically just for the super attack itself, right? So this is Force Edge without the Super Soul. 3,200. So yeah, it basically increases the attack damage by a 50% increase, also known as 1.5 times amounts. Now, the ultimate attack, same thing over here. one shot. 30,000 damage. It probably would have done even more damage if Vegeta had a bit more health, but unfortunately that's not the case. So now without the Super Soul, obviously going to be a lot less. 20,000 mark? Yeah, dude. So 25, it nearly did 26,000 damage. So half of that is 13,000 damage. So add 13,000 damage on top of the 25, that's 35, 38. So in reality, it will melt 38,000 damage of health. The only reason why I only did 30,000 is because Vegeta, again, doesn't have the greatest amount of health, right? So very powerful Super Soul. Stay tuned to the channel because I think I'm going to be creating an epic high damaging build with this Super Soul, you know, stacking on the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Awoken skill. What else? You know, some super attack buffs and limit burst. What's the limit burst? I think, oh yeah, auto just guard. Dang, if only this grants us an attack power boost. Oh, that would just be devastating. All right, so this is it for today's video. Just kind of wanted to go over some of the new items that we get to unlock here in the future. Thank you guys for the immense support as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.